Hello, hello. Hello, hello, goats. Welcome to this live tarot reading in which I'm going to check my tarot cards to see what are the vibes and energy that this um, Hurricane Milton is going to be bringing to us. Remember, I live in Florida, I live in Orlando. I already finished prepping up for tomorrow for when the hurricane comes. So I am all ready, but I would like to see what the card says about this hurricane that is coming. So for this reading, I'm gonna pull in 5 cards, in which the first card is going to represent Hurricane Milton energy, to see, well, what's the energy this hurricane has, to see if it's gonna be, a destructive energy, good energy, bad energy, we'll see. The second card is going to answer what this hurricane will bring into, Florida, into our life. The third card is going to bring the possible consequences, to see if it's going to be completely chaotic or if it's going to be something that is going to, help us build as a community, bring us together, because it's possible. The following card is going to bring an advice about what to do before this hurricane that is coming, that is very strong, and, well, it's going to be I'm scared. It's my first hurricane here, so I really want to see what the card says about this, because I'm sure it's gonna help me ease up my mind or prepare better. And, well, and the last card is gonna bring a general message to see what the cards have to say about this hurricane coming. But, well, before we begin, let me introduce myself in case that you don't know me already. I'm Helder, the Tarot Goat. I'm a symbolic tarot reader. So that means that I read the symbols found on the card to bring you the message that you need to hear. In this case, we're going to be checking the vibes of the Hurricane Milton. For legal reasons, I need to tell you guys that this reading is for entertainment purposes only. So don't take what the card says as fixed on stone or as advice, general, judicial, financial, medical advice, because what the card says, can always change, because you are the master and builder of your own future. But now, let's see what the card says about this Hurricane Milton. Let's see what energy is gonna be bringing, what's its energy, what it will be bringing into our life. So the first card for this Hurricane Milton, we have the Hangman in a worse position, and this is the card of realizations, this is the card of sacrifice, this is the card of acknowledging what we are going through in life. So it seems that this Hurricane Milton is going to bring a lot of realization to us. Its energy is to show you, probably, or to show us all, probably, what is the fragility of life, or how life can change in any second, because it seems that no one is expecting this hurricane. It just came out of nowhere, and now we have this hurricane coming that is going to bring a lot of realization, it's going to bring a lot of sacrifice, it's going to bring a lot of knowledge to us. So it's really important that we use this experience to learn and to grow and evolve from this, because it's also a kind of evolve, it's the kind of evolution, it's a kind of sacrificing yourself in order to be able to grow and evolve. So it's this hurricane Milton energy is basically showing us what we're capable to do. It's showing us what Mother Nature is capable to do. It's showing us that in a way or another, even if it's a little bit negative today, everything is possible, because it was not expected, but it's showing us that everything can happen and that we should be ready for everything. But now, let's see a second card to see what it will bring into our life, because I'm sure that from this experience we are going to be growing, we're going to be evolving, and it's gonna bring possible positive lessons, or we'll see. uh, because the second card for us today, we have the Ten of Pentacles in a reverse position, and this is really sad because this is the card of financial losses in this case, because as we can see, we have an old man that is sitting looking at his family with all the pentacles scattered around the card, but they are not really scattered because these pentacles actually form the tree of life. So this card tells me that it seems that this Hurricane Milton is going to bring some financial losses. It's going to put people financials on a test. So it's really important that even when you're prepping, even when you are, trying to do your best to stay safe, it's important that you measure your finances as you prep and as you try to overcome this, hurricane. Be logical, be very, frugal, I think is the right word, because if you start or if you handle this just overspending or going out of your budget, this hurricane will bring a lot of financial restraint, financial disorder, financial problems. But I'm sure that if we manage to be just frugal with how we are prepping, with how we are handling this situation, we can avoid in some part the financial chaos or disaster that this hurricane is gonna bring. For one part, I'm glad that it's just financially speaking, because the finances can always be recovered. But uh, let's stay humble, let's stay frugal, let's stay logical, because it seems that this hurricane is going to create a lot of financial problems, financial situations from people, probably because we won't be able to go to work, probably because business are going to be affected, or probably because we're going to lose some financial or material wealth. But let's not do that. um, stress you, because remember that in this world, money comes, money goes, money is energy, and sometimes we need to let go of some of that energy for us to make our money, or to increase our energy, if we can call it like that. So uh, let's see what are the possible consequences this hurricane is going to bring. We already have some, let's say, negative consequences when it comes to our finances, but let's see what the card says. And the third card for us today, we have the Ace of Pentacles in upwards position, and as we can see in the card, we have a hand coming out of a cloud with a pentacle in it. We have a new path, and while the Ace of Pentacles is the card of new beginnings when it comes to our finances, it's the card of opportunities are starting from zero. So this card tells me, it's in a way confirming that unfortunately this hurricane is going to bring some financial losses, but at the same time, like I was telling you guys before, these financial losses are going to lead to a new beginning, are going to lead to probably you doing things better, to you probably finding more balance in your life, or finding new opportunities, because we have to remember that we always can grow and evolve from everything that we go through. So it seems that it's going to bring new opportunities for our finances, it's going to bring new chances, it's going to bring new you know a new path for you to redo things. So make sure to stay open. Make sure to just don't get too attached to what you have, material wise talking, and make sure to stay open to the opportunities and blessings that will come to your life after this hurricane passes. So Ace of Pentacles is something good, but unfortunately it's gonna come out from something negative. Don't get too attached to material wealth, don't get too attached to things, and put your safety first, because as long as you have health, as long as you have, your body, yourself, as long as you're alive, you're gonna be able to rebuild, remake, and regain what you may lose. So that's a good one. But let's say the fourth card, to see what advice the cards had for us for this Hurricane Milton, and more importantly, what should we do if you're in Florida and if you're in an area that is actually being asked to evacuate. Please evacuate, and don't hesitate, to leave everything behind, because again, it seems that this hurricane may bring some financial distress, financial problems, but as long as you are alive, you can actually rebuild, your finances. Don't risk it. Remember that Hurricane Helena just passed by a couple of weeks, and it unfortunately took 40 lives, I think more. And please don't be a casualty on this Hurricane Milton. Please obey the authorities. If they're telling you to leave, please leave and stay safe, because your life is more important than, your house, your pets, your wealth, your material belongings. So please keep that in mind. And with that cleared up, let's see the fourth card to see the advice for this. And it's great because we have the world, and as we can see in the card, we have a naked woman that is just floating in the middle of a circle. We have 4 angels on the corners, and inside of a wreath of laurel leaves. So this card, the best advice that Tarot is bringing for us to face this Hurricane Milton is to just go with the flow of it, to just, accept probably the recommendations from the government, from the institutions that are actually prompting people to leave if you're in a risk zone, and just flow with it. Don't swim against the tide, if we can call it like that. Don't force things, and just accept everything that is going to be happening, accept everything that is going to be unfolding in the upcoming days, in the upcoming hours, because I'm sure that we're going to start seeing the effects of the hurricane in the upcoming hours. So just flow with it. Don't fight, don't force, and more importantly, just accept what is going on, because it's important for us to just accept and navigate through this with grace, so we can, overcome it. Flowing is super important, and I want to remark that if you are in an area that is actually being evacuated, please evacuate, accept, and just flow with the recommendations that the entities are giving, because your life is more important than any material wealth or material belongings that you may have. But it seems that if you follow instructions, if you flow with how the situation is unfolding, you're going to be able to be safe, you're going to be able to overcome everything. And well, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this tells me that you're also going to be able to have a new beginning, to have a new chance in life. So this is not all negative, because it seems that this Hurricane Milton is actually showing us, what is really worth. It's actually going to be showing us what is really important in life. We have the Hangman, which is the card of realization, and we have the flow, the World, which is the card of the flow. So these 2 cards tell me that we need to go through this in order for us to grow, to evolve, to realize what really matters in life, to realize the good things that we can have, or to realize the blessings that we have. So let's just flow, let's just accept that is coming, and let's just, navigate through it, because we are gonna make it, but we need to, flow with the instructions, flow with, the recommendations that are being given to us. So it's pretty important that you listen to your local authorities, investigate. If they're asking you to evacuate, please evacuate. If they're asking you to stay home, stay home. Just flow with it, because that's the best thing that we can do to face this Hurricane Milton. But now let's see the last card to see the general message that this card will bring to us, and well, this hurricane will bring to us. And the last card for today is the Nine of Pentacles in a worst position. And as we can see in the card, we have a young man that is sitting on a bed. He's at night. He's like with his hand on his head, 9 swords out on top of him. And well, this card tells me that this is a card of overthinking. This is a card of anxiety. This is a card of fear. This is a card of negative thinking, intrusive thoughts. And well, this is also the card of usually all that we overthink, all that we fear never comes to happen. So this card tells me in a good way that all the fear and all the insecurities and all the anxiety that we are experiencing before the hurricane, fortunately, is not going to come to happen. It's going to be all on our mind. But we have the world here, and how we can prevent from all the negative things to happen, following the rules, following the indications from our authorities, following everything that we can do to be safe. It's not just, resting and doing nothing. It's not just expecting to, be out in the hurricane, expecting to nothing to happen because it's all overthinking. No, it's actually being realist, but in a good way. Everything that we are overthinking, probably all the extreme fears or all the extreme insecurities that we're having, may not come to fruition, because this is the kind of overthinking again. It's the kind of overanalyzing, feeling anxious, feeling stressed, but neither of those situations come into fruition. So it's a good card. It in a way reaffirms that we're gonna be fine, that everything is going to be fine, but again, keeping in mind that we need to flow through this hurricane, because well, it needs to be, we need to just look out for ourselves and be safe, not just thinking that nothing is going to happen. We need to prepare, we need to prep up. So if you prep up, if you follow instruction, all that you're overthinking won't come to fruition, but it's also up to you. And well, this is the general message that Tarot has for this Hurricane Milton. It's a very interesting reading, and it seems that this Hurricane Milton, putting all together, is going to bring a lot of realization to us. It's going to bring a lot of realizations, and it's going to bring new opportunities. But more importantly, we need to look up for ourselves. We need to, let's say, do our part too. So prep up, make sure to follow the authorities guideline when it comes to this, and try to not fear too much or overthink too much, because it's possible that nothing of that comes to happen. But of course, as long as you prep up and as you follow the instruction. I am all here ready for this hurricane to land. I already prep up. I already have everything that I need for let's say overcome it. I'm going to stop overthinking too much, because it's my first hurricane and I was super scared. But now this card gives me a little bit of peace of mind, telling me that probably all those fears and all the insecurities that I have are just in my mind. And well, I'm just going to try to relax, and to, instead of having sleepless nights, I'm going to try to just sleep through the night. Sleep through the night. And well, that's the message for today. I hope this reading gives you some peace of mind too, as it did to me. I'm gonna be sending you a lot of good vibes to everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again pretty soon, because I hope to be making this live more often. And well, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.